Why, hello there! It might be a quick one this week. I don't have that much to talk about, but then I guess you can probably judge that from the little box down the bottom that says how long this has ended up. Basically, all I've got to show you this week is some crayons, and then some extra special non-related stuff. But we'll get to that. I'm very excited, but I'm going to have to contain myself. And it also looks like you're going to have to contend with some awful lighting guff. Sound might not be quite right on this one. Let's find out. So, yes, the proper wave of the crayon micro changer, ripping off Lego minifigures things has come out in Tesco. I think I may be slightly hooked on them. I've only got a few so far, but I think I was quite lucky. The first two I got, I picked out randomly, didn't bother looking up the codes, but the very first one I picked up was Bludgeon, and he's arguably the best one. I've sort of divested him here so you can see the actual detail on his chest, and I've got rid of the tank treads and everything because, yeah, it's good. You've got all those pieces. He's actually one that you can actually transform without having to take him apart. You can just sort of turn bits around. But then of course, the alt mode isn't exactly what you might call convincing. But he's nice. It's just, little skeleton samurai guy. And what do you want? It's Bludgeon. It's a Lego man. I also ended up with Springer, who I think is probably just as nice. I mean, look at that. That's a nice Springer build. He has got the detail underneath all these gubbins on his chest, but I don't think it looks that good. I don't know. I seem to prefer having all that gubbins on his chest because, I don't know, Springer has a sort of odd looking chest that sort of sticks out, so I think that's better. You get a nice bit of grey and then the yellow around it, and I don't know, it's quite good. He's got spinning stuff on his back, which is a bit weird considering the swords he's holding should be these rotor blades, but look beyond that. And then one that I didn't quite so randomly pick up was Singe. Just because I thought he looked good and I might be able to use his parts to make a crayon hotshot, which is sort of my mission behind all these. Yeah, he's nice. He's got his big flamethrowers and he's actually got like a window chest. He has got detail under there, but it just makes me think like he's wearing a t-shirt. That's sort of what it looks like. It's just flames and an Autobot symbol and a sort of window, and I can't help but think it just looks like he's wearing a t-shirt. I did want to try and pick up Inferno and Dirge as well. They're the two that I sort of really want to look any good, but they didn't have any of those. There were loads of Warpaths and I think Rampage. I wasn't really fussed about those, but I found a Singe and I was happy with him. And yeah, you may be as confused as I was when I heard his name. I was like, who the hell is Singe? I think he's meant to be Scorch, a G2 Turbo Master, which of course makes me relate to him because I like everything G2, so there we go. So that really is everything sort of robot related to show you this week. I suppose last week I seemed to get a bit of response about getting back into Lego and showing everyone all the Lego things I've been getting, and yeah, I suppose I'll still roll along with that. I haven't bought any new sets or anything this week. Everything that sort of grabbed my attention, other than the basic stuff that I already got, is really expensive because it's all Star Wars or Marvel. And why? 12 quid for a set that would have been a £5 if it was a Lego City set just doesn't seem... No, that number of pieces, it's not worth 12 quid. But I did get a minifigure, which I actually quite like. I got a knight here. He looks very, very pleased with himself underneath that hat. Yeah, he's nice. It's always good to have Lego knights. I think I've got a few from years ago, so he's good. And a DJ, which I got previously, which is my first venture into these minifigures, I didn't really like, so I swapped him with Matter Smasher, who sent me a Minotaur, who's far better. Look at that. Yeah. Mythical creatures for the win. So there you have it, plastic-wise. Time to move on to my staggeringly amazing and overwhelming, mind-blowing, I can't believe it news sort of thing. I got my big batch of new comics through, and amongst them was Amazing Spider-Man number 700. Now, some of you who follow me on Twitter or are friends with me on Facebook will already know where this is going, but bear with me because I want to show everyone. Because, of course, I'm, trying to milk this 15 minutes of fame, whatever it is I'm giving her. Not only was this, really big landmark issue, an issue which I've been looking forward to for a long time, and looking forward to and slightly dreading as well, because I sort of, with all the rumours on the internet, I could tell where the story was going. I didn't really like the sound of it. I guess they pulled it off okay, and if you then read Superior Spider-Man #1, which is after this, because of course it's the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man, it does sort of clear up a bit of people's sort of, what they don't like about this issue, I guess, and where Spider-Man is going now. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but give it a chance, people. Basically, in October, I saw on Twitter that the Spidey office people were saying that we want your letters for Spider-Man 700 because Stan Lee is answering them. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll give that a go. I've never actually read a letter to a comic before. So let's see, how that goes. Wrote one off, I thought I was pretty proud with how it turned out, and I said everything I wanted to say. And of course, that made me, slightly looking forward to getting this issue. So I thought, what if there's a chance? What if there's the slimmest chance that my letter could be in there? And of course, after I'd finished reading the stories, I did actually flick to the Amazing Spider-Mail page and just literally randomly started reading one of these letters. And I thought, hang on, I recognise that writing. So I decided to skip right to the end and see my name right at the bottom there. And Stan Lee himself has written me a response, and I proceeded to go completely mental. I did sort of scream and holler a bit, and I don't know, I was so unbelievably excited and happy, and it's ecstasy. It felt like I won the lottery. I was like, what? I had to look at it about 3 times before it sank in. I thought, no, that can't be right. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing what I want to see here. But no, there it is, down there in print. Ben Watson, aged 19. I'm just... I honestly couldn't believe it, and I'm just still really sort of in shell shock about this, because my name is forever immortalised in the final issue of Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, oh god. Please, if you have a copy of this, please go ahead and read my letter, so I don't have to sort of read it all out or put a picture of it up or whatever. I probably need to scan it in. But yeah, seriously, I'm pretty sure some of my watchers will have a copy of this. Yeah, I wrote that letter. That was me. Me. Am I tripping? Is this for real? Yes, I'm just so amazingly stoked about this, and to have any sort of communication with Stan Lee is just... I just can't get over it, and I think this is like the pinnacle of my worldly achievements. Doesn't get better than this. I don't think it's going to. Nope. I have had a letter printed in the final issue of Amazing Spider-Man, answered by Stan Lee. Those words still don't really make any sense. It's just the fact that I've never written a letter before, and this is my last chance to ever see a letter in Amazing Spider-Man, and there it is. I'm just blown away and speechless. My god. I'm going to get a second copy, frame it, and it's going to hang on my wall like the best certificate ever. I mean, when I get this degree, this is going to hang on the wall above it. Yeah, this is so much more important to me. Honestly, whatever I do with my life now, I can be content with, because I know that I have had a letter printed in Amazing Spider-Man that Stan Lee has written back to. So, ego boosting aside, I hope everyone enjoyed my kickback review that I put up like yesterday, or I put it up yesterday, and I'm filming this today. I might not actually get this up the day I'm filming it, who knows, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey again. And I'll just leave you with, Stan Lee's words to me: the best is yet to come.